My name is Peter Sherwood, and this is an instructional video on how to obtain, download, and edit a basic 7.5-minute USGS topographic map using Adobe Acrobat. This is a good way to create and print a map with data specifically tailored to your needs, whether it be hiking or bike packing or fishing or looking for new areas. Typically, a trail or trail system will have a documented set of maps available that you can buy at an REI, for example, but sometimes this isn't the case. So this is a good tool for instances where you want a map that is more specific to what you want. So starting off here, we can navigate to the USGS National Map Data Delivery website. Here they have a bunch of geospatial data like LiDAR. They also have some elevation views and models that can be useful, as well as historical maps. But in this case, we are interested in the data download application here. So we are going to go ahead and click Launch on that first, which will bring us to our map and our sidebar with all of the different data that's available. So from here, you want to navigate to an area that you're interested in. So for example, I want to go to Mount Thielsen, which is in Oregon. So I'll go ahead and navigate there. There's Diamond Lake, and here's Mount Thielsen. So once you have your area in view, you will want to go to the US Topo selection here at the top and go ahead and check that box. This will bring up the subcategories. We will leave all these just at the defaults that they're set at, and we can click Show Availability. Then we have these green rectangles that'll show up that show us the different maps available. So for example, Diamond Lake will have its own map, Mount Thielsen will have its own map, Miller Lake, and so on. So we are interested in the Mount Thielsen map. So we will go ahead and make sure that is in this view here. Once it is, we can go ahead and click Search Products, and it will come up with a list of different maps for this region. The one you want might not be the first one to come up, but you can usually scroll down and find it. So here we have our map that we're interested in. So we are going ahead and going to go download that, which will download it to the Downloads area. And then from here, we can open it in the Adobe Acrobat Reader. This reader is a free program you can get from Adobe. It's just available online, and the link for it will be in the description. So once that's finished downloading, we can go ahead and click on it. I will open it in Reader. It's set as my default, so it'll automatically come up, but you might need to specifically click on it and right-click and hit Open. So here we have our map with all of the different data. You can see all the contours and all the different things around the frame of the map. So in order to change this, we can go ahead and go to the layers, which looks like these blue squares stacked, and we can start checking on and off these boxes. So if there's the eye logo, you can see the layer is visible. So here's the map color with all of the different logos and scale and declination information. We can go ahead and check that on or off if we want to simplify our map. Next, we have the map frame here, which has more data available. So projection and grids, which can be useful, but typically isn't too useful for hiking. So unchecking that might clean up your map and make it easier to read. We have some geographic names, usually for like ridges and cinder cones. It can be useful for navigation. And we also have structures, of which there aren't too many in this map, but this would be more applicable like in a city, for example, where structures might be like a city hall or a police station. Next, we have transportation data that's available. So these are road names and road features and trails. There aren't too many roads in this area. It's pretty remote. But as you can see, unchecking and checking these boxes will get rid of some of the transportation details that are included. There's also public land data available, like surveys and section lines, so you can see the townships and ranges, which can be useful if you're interested in that, but unchecking that will just clean it up. and can give you a better map to use for hiking, for example. They also include some wetlands information and like the creeks and the rivers in the area, so that can be useful as well. Moving on to the terrain folder here, we have some contours and shaded relief and woodland areas. So most of this is woodland, so it's going to be pretty green, but unchecking the woodland will make it more of a grayscale. The shaded relief will give you some more definition to your ridge lines, so you can look at what's going on at a glance and get a good idea of that. And then we have boundaries next. These will be like county boundaries. So for example, you can see this boundary that runs along the ridge here, dividing Douglas and Klamath County. So unchecking these boxes will make that line go away, and you can see just the ridge line easier that way. Lastly, we have images, which are typically aerial images. So we can check this on, and it will give us a good aerial view of the land. Unchecking the contours and the woodland and things will give us just a straight aerial if we uncheck everything that is on the map. So we can have a good idea of like where the tree lines start and stop, where the kind of like the geology changes. So here we have possibly different rock types, things like that. So in conclusion, this is a good way to edit maps that are available online for free for hiking or hunting, and just really customizing them for specifically what you want. Thank you.